Right. Ussa! Monday. Let's do this, Myro. Ready, you marvelous monkey, you. Get the people going. The chi flowing. Here we go. Painting goo 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 goo. Painting goo 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 goo. Painting goo goo goo. Painting fucking goo. It's painting goo. Painting goo. It's painting goo. It's fucking goo. Painting me, painting goo. Painting goo. Painting goo. Painting goo. Take it away, Mario. Painting goo 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 goo. Painting goo 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 goo. Oh, my chi is flowing now. Painting goo goo goo. Painting fucking goo. It's painting goo. Painting goo. It's painting goo. It's fucking goo. Painting me, painting you. Painting goo. Painting goo. Painting goo. Oh, my chi is flowing so freely. Oh, das ist sehr gut, ja. Let's bring it home, Myro. Painting goo. 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 Painting goo. Aha! Aha! Sip, sip. I must lubricate myself. Painting goo goo goo. Painting goo. Painting goo. Painting goo. Oh! Painting goo. Goo 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 goo. Oh, stretching goo. Oh. Painting goo. Goo 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 goo. Alright, you petrified primate. Let's bring it home. Remind these filthy mortals the meaning of beauty and honor. Painting goo. It's painting goo. Painting goo. Oh! Every time! Every time! The beautiful praying of this piano by this petrified primate. It'll make me weep. If you have any honor, you will place a tip in the monkey's bowl. For I do not feed him, I do not clothe him, and I definitely do not pay him. Greetings, my glorious Japanites, and all you other filthy mortals, to another resounding, beckoning, brightly shining as a result of the brightly shining heavenly shit, episode of Painting Goo. I hope you had a beautiful weekend. Excuse me whilst I descend into proper painting goo posture. Ah, of course, it is a grey, rainy day, and the stour, as a result, is stiff this fine day. I slowly descend to proper paintingu posture. Ah, the pace is quickening. I am slowly striding into praise. There we go. Ah, glorious! My anti-oni Fropnatu is now on display and ready to batter any negativity that may approach the goo. Ah, with my sip in hand, I engage the painting goo. Fiercely, confidently, knowing that I, demigod Defenderu, can paint anything. Sip. But today we do not paint anything. Today we are painting Metter Marvin. A Metter moose. A fearsome moose. An angry moose. He is gloriously shiny, brightly coloured, with some darker shades, allowing him to look edgy, sharp, angular, as well as angry. I find him beautiful. Those of you who clearly do not understand the meaning of beauty. Indeed, this realm is fraught with retards and demons. Since my arrival here in the Earth realm a few years ago, briefly following my banishment from Chinese heaven as a result of the fucking Monkey King, I noticed that you filthy mortals have forgotten the meaning of honor, beauty, and other such necessary things. Necessary indeed to rife, to riving, raffing, and roving. And I am sure you are here because you love painting. Why do you love painting? Well, of course, it is mainly me. I am the main attraction. I am a demigod. Never before have we seen demigods on a YouTuber. Or perhaps that one Swedish dude. He is a very Gordon. Indeed. His hair froze freely like wheat in the fields. He is quite buff. Slightly gay. You know when they get so buff, it becomes kinda gay. It's kind of like that. Ah, Sabaru, Desmondu, Margiu, Orunku, Griffu, welcome to painting. Shall we engage the Metter tunage? No, not PewDiePie. I can't remember what he's called now. Oh, it's something golden. Golden? No? Oh, what's he called? He's always got, like, he's actually one of the things that made me think of Demigod Aura. I used to watch his videos. What's he called? The Golden something? I can't remember. I can't remember. It's not PewDiePie now. I've never actually watched PewDiePie. How funny is that? Never actually watched him. Like, I've only ever seen clips of him and other shit. But anyway, I must engage the tunage as we embark on another glorious painting involving Metter Marvin. Oh. Water is descending from the skies like tears. The skies are crying. Why do you weep? We have a reek in the searing. I must be wary of this. Despite being a demigod, the demi part means I am half mortar, like you, 30 mortars. And as a result, I have not retained my magical powers. I cannot simply look at the whore in the searing and proclaim, "Begone, whore!" Doesn't work that way, unfortunately. Right, we have some new tunage. So forgive me if there is unforeseen ads and such.
So you've put on a freshly washed shirt.
I will freshly wash your dirty face, you bitch. Get the fuck off, Paintingu. How I hate them so. Shearing, peddling, their smut and firt on my stream. The nerve! How dare they interrupt the flow of the goo? It is obscene. The wreck of honor is palpable. 2 ads! I cannot bear it. Hi, Metaru! Gordon I on Nintendo 64. Good gamer. Excellent gamer. Right! Hopefully, there will be not too many ads. Oh, there's going to be lots of ads. There's going to be lots of ads. Shit. If the tunage is worth it, it's worth it. We shall see. I should really just download tunes. But I am a lazy demigod. Right. I place my royal rag upon my demi-divine knee in preparation for the goo. I get my bitches wet. Because nobody, I mean nobody, likes a stiff, dry bitch. Here on Paintingu, we take good care of our bitches. Proper bitch care is paramount on Paintingu. The Japanites know this well. You take your bitch, you plunge her deep into the Paintingu bucket. Swirl her about the brace, loosening her hair. Once your bitch is good and wet, remove her halfway from the bucket, not all the way, and the beater. Your bitch is now ready for the goo. Of course, use your royal rag to wipe away any excess or evidence of the matter. Right, I'm going to begin with some whiter. This angry moose's nose is not symmetrical, and it angers me. I am almost out of whiter, like Europe. Shout out to Poland. Poland seems very based lately. Poland has recently announced that they will shoot trespassers. This is very good. I agree with this. Illegal migrants. There's a reason they are called illegal. Poland, you based fuck, you. Poland has plenty of whiter. Paint goo. Paint goo, paint goo, paint goo, paint goo. The tunage, so far, is excellent. I am satisfied. I rode the parrot. Then I rode the bitch with goo. I rode the bitch. Is this name of my next Paintingu album? A little bit higher.
search.
Ah!
Mine,
Anzu!
all to
How
let
I
you
hate
shine
thee!
The way you are.
Send some positive energy to our Bunny Beru. She is having brain surgery today. Ah, glorious! Our prayers for Bunny Beru that her surgery goes well. May she emerge victorious with the battle with the tumor. Pesky brain tumor. How I despise thee. Bunny Beru is a strong female. I believe she will be finer. Better. Paint goo. Paint goo. Painting goo goo. Goo 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 goo. Painting goo goo. Goo 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 goo. Painting goo goo. Excellent tunage today. Very Metal Marvinu. Painting goo goo. Goo 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 goo. Where is Tuekar Indiberu? He is missing the strapping tunage. Painting goo goo. Painting goo goo. Goo 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 goo. Painting goo. Painting goo. New tunage is rich. Excellent. Indeed! Fuck the ads. We'll work around it too. Mayhem Maciu shall receive 33 rashes for her rightness. Rakata honor this Monday. Ah. The females cannot be held to the same standard as the males. They have a womanly things to attend to. Ha! Painting goo goo. Painting goo 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 goo. Painting goo 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 goo. Women weird flip-flops and shoes with great mastery. Indeed. Your average brack motheroo can be reater with the stripper. Very painful for a man, indeed. Frying footwear from off-screen are very dangerous. As a mayor, you must maintain awareness of your peripherals at all time. There's the darker one. Painting goo, 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 painting goo. Painting goo, 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 goo. Sip, sip. Goo, goo. Oh, glorious Java. Right, Musu. Painting Google. Perhaps some red. Painting, painting. I want it to be darker, richer, like a bougie brackman. Orunko-san, your Jiao needs some more refinement too. Jiao? It appears your typing needs improvement too. Oh, glorious Kepu. An old sage told me, if you can be aware of the incoming frip-frupple at any time of the day, you are free from the chains of reality. Indeed, being at one with the stripper and its current location, regardless of female interaction, gives one a glaring advantage. Ah, that's more like it. Ooh, beautiful. Stratry, frip-rups are too strong for me. Yet. That's the attitude, Orunku. One day, you two should be as fierce as a frop. flying through the air. Paintingu. I knew it. Be gone from me, ad. Japu, derp is strong with me this day. Ah, it's a Monday, you are forgiven. You. And now it looks kind of broody. I love it. Painting. Goo 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 goo. Paintingu. Glorious. Paintingu. Goo goo. Paint, 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 paint. Paintingu. Goo goo goo. Glorious. I said a frip, a frop, a frippy to the frop. You don't stop at a rock or to a bang bang. Methinks reading Commentu in Japu is one of the best things in my life. Painting, painting, painting. I made mistake. As a Bob Ross would say, there is no mistake, only happy accidents. I agree with this. Painting, painting, painting. Let's rock and roll. Get those on horno up in the farking eru. Remember to smash that like button like it has inserted your ancestors. And if you rov and raff and riv Paintingu, then pay for Paintingu. Click the link in the description. There are many rinks for you to choose from. Time for some brack. And a different bitch. Painting, goo 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 goo. That is not brack. Oh, is it brack? Is this brack? Yarp. Yarp is brack. Big weekend, so the bed is strongly attached to my backed body. You're in bed, Margie?
My name is Sigita.
My name is Stupid Kanta. I'm interrupting the go through. Fucking foreign females getting in the way of Paintingu. How it vexes me so. Oh, naked. Oh, okay. TMI, Margie. If there are Hapu accidents, how do you explain my dismay at making browno while expecting Fartu? Is an occupational hazard. Being mayor, recognizing the difference between Shartu and Fartu can be quite difficult. Painting goo 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 goo. Painting goo. Painting goo. Painting goo. Sharks eat monkeys. Mmm. Delicious. Ah, the glorious light of heaven has returned. The sky has stopped weeping. Glorious. Painting goo goo. Painting goo goo. Painting goo goo. Painting goo 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 goo. Slowly but surely I shall carve him into the most angry, most fearsome, most shiny moose you have ever seen in your life. Monkeys make a friends with shark and feed bird to shark. Indeed! Ah, especially in Angira. Our evidence of this is not merely anecdotal. I literally have a painting depicting monkeys using a sharku, specifically a charku, to murder a seeger named Stephen. Behold, tomorrow's adventure, where we return to Angira, as two mischievous monkeys have ensnared a shark and are employing his services to annihilate Stephen the Seeger, as a kaiju crab and snaker engage in glorious mortal combat on the sandy beach. Tomorrow, 3 p.m, same timer, same placer, same high-octane painting energy. Pay for painting goo if you have any honor. Paint goo goo goo. Where is my grail? not great. There's a server. Shiny. Painting goo goo. Painting goo goo. Painting goo goo. Manbaru, welcome to Paintingu. Such is the natural order of things, Oroku. Rookie for the sharks that sea monkeys are too small to eat them baku. Only humans are dumb enough to have consideration for monkey. This is why our species is arousing the greater battery of rifle. Indeed. Indeed, Oronku. However, I do like monkeys. Any creature that makes me giggle is okay with me. Painting goo goo.
With AIB support.
Oh, fuck AIB! I hate a banku. Money hoarding losers. Be in Spain next week. Ooh, is it for a marathon? A biker racer? Are you going to Spain for business or pleasure? Or both? Painting goo goo, painting goo goo. Painting goo goo. Ah, Iron Man Burrow, your presence has reminded me of your information. I have never heard of these dwarves. Metal dwarves? Is it for business or pleasure? Is it like, are you going for a marathon? Are you going for just, yes? I love answers like that. They're hilarious. Makes me wonder who screwed with Monkey. Sharks are my favorite furry sea creature. Painting goo. Painting goo, painting goo, painting goo, painting goo. Is it becoming glorious? Painting goo. Oh, delicious tunage. Are you a dwarf who digs horrors, Iron Man Burrow? After seeing back-to-back faces, me can't find Demusa.
Introducing the new BYD CLU Super Hybrid. A hybrid.
I'm trying to see it. Desperately trying to see it. Still just looks like a moose to me. No, that would be sleep deprived bear. Oh. This bitch is not pointy enough. whore digger. Painting. Never trust a whore digger. Painting. Paint good, paint good. Sip, sip. Where does that not... Where? That does not sound very catteric, or is it context shard determined? Painting go 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 go. I gotta fix that rater. Painting goo 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 goo. Painting goo 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 goo. His right eye. Your left. This eye. It's not as sharp as I want it. Must be sharper. Like a katana. Painting goo 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 goo.
The search for energy saving.
The search for your fucking honor, or the rack of it. How dare you interrupt a goo? Gary Goosu? It shall be so. Indeed, Har is a PC master race indeed. Ooh, ooh. Neary. I nearly dropped my Ritter Mister. Gary the Gilded Geriatric Goose. Painting goo 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 goo. Painting goo goo. Sounds like a cosmic power drill guitar. Splendid sounds. Indeed. Me right at a new tuna. And not the fish. Or no, I will probably be having tuna for dinner. Cinco. Painting goo goo. Painting goo 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 goo.
Irish Life Health now gives you access to GPs.
I will give you access to my size Irreverent booter, bitch. Get off my streamer. My nephew has a big goose. It bites everyone's butt, but not my butt. I point finger at goose and say, "You not bite her, that I bite back." Goose takes one look at you and say, "I'm not fucking with her." Painting goo goo goo. Painting goo 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 goo. Margie has got to be the coolest bloomer around. There's lots of them. There's lots of those people getting towards the end of the generation that are just watching the rest of us fucking absolute psychopaths destroy the place, and they're just like, well, I'm not gonna be here in a few years. Fuck y'all. I'm gonna have a blast while it lasts. Oh, somebody has a paid for painting goo! Glorious! Who honors themselves this fine Monday? Ah, Gary Goose, Marvin Musa, has sent me the link to Painting Goo. I like what I see, and I too would be honored to be painted on Painting Goo. Ah, you honor us with your patronage to Painting Goo, brother Gary Goose. Soon, Earthrealm shall witness the glory of Gary. Cause me old as weldered. Oh, do you know what I heard the other day, actually? For those of you who don't watch Razor Fist, you should check him out. Razor Fist is pretty funny. Razor Fist is like a streamer, gaming streamer slash like a political commentator slash, you know, like cultural media commentator. Like he's really funny. Like I was listening to a rant that he did about the recent the political debates in America, and it was between that Waltz dude or whatever and that Vance fella, and one, like, the Waltz guy is like pretty old, and Razor said something along the lines of like, what do you expect when one of your candidates looks like he drank from the wrong grail? And if you don't get that reference, like, where have you been the last 20, 30 years? Like, describing someone old and haggard as having drank from the wrong grail is fucking hilarious. That nigga looked like he drank from the wrong grail. You sipsu from the wrong greyru. Fist is great, man. Sleep deprived rubs the fist. His rants are epic. Oh man, Razor Fist is brilliant. I love him. He's so funny. Like his ability to articulate something, like his vocabulary is fantastic, and the all the simile comedy he does is brilliant. I wish BB would have him on again. Did he have him on before? Did he have Razor on before? I fucking missed that shit. Or did I? I don't remember him having Razor on. But yeah, the two of them would be hilarious. Paintingu. Hara, is this hurting me again? Oh shit! A monkey cam! Went for a hopper. Paintingu. I must make this color darker. Some of this goo is very fluid. We are having spirages in the villages. You're searing revolving doors? What the fuck? Way back when he joined UATV, he did once. I should totally have him on again. That'd be awesome. Emmanuel Godsono. Welcome to Paintingu. Mr. Price much? Oh yeah, the bags, yeah. Well, at least you know it's affordable. I actually spoke about that on one of the streams before, where like I had this like collection of Mr. Price bags. They're dead handy. Like I love canvas bags. They're so handy for all sorts of things. Especially when you're like me and you go camping and shit, like, it's always handy to be like, when you're last minute, like, you know, oh shit, we need these extra few bits, and you just throw it all in a canvas bag, like, dead handy. Yeah, that was a couple of years ago, it must have been when he first joined, yeah. BB is just total fuck. All on yeah, like that's the thing. That's what I was gonna say. Actually, is like there's no real reason, like for Razor and Owen to do a stream, because like other than to just take the piss, I suppose, and just like shit on politicians and stuff, because it's not like Razor Fist, not to my knowledge anyway, talks about like the stuff that Owen would talk about. Razor Fist, like, you know, like, I don't see the point in voting. Anybody who's like, no, you should vote though, because if you don't vote, then like, you're basically just consenting, is like, I get that argument, but it's null and void in this context, because it's very obvious that the system is rigged and completely outside our control. So whether you vote or not is ultimately irrelevant, because like, they're gonna do what they want to do, you know. That's about the end of it. Like, you know, there's none of this like, oh, if we vote the right people in, everything will get better. That's not how real life works. That's not how real life works at all. It doesn't matter if like Trump wins or Kamala wins. whatever is gonna happen regardless. Like, do you know what I mean? There's no like, if the voting worked, sure, vote. I'm sure voting actually worked at some stage, but like, from what I can tell, it's all just like an illusion of choice. You know, there's no actual choice. There's the illusion of choice. I went to school with an Oxfam bag once. I had no clue what Oxfam was. I learned real quick that lunchtime. That's hilarious. That's like begging to get bullied, like. Look at this lad with his Oxfam bag. Is your dad black, is he? Like, but their rhetoric is amazing. Yeah. Like, I'm big into rhetoric, you know, like, it's good to be able to make statements that really hit home and stuff, like, you know. But still, like, I just agree. I agree with Owen's like meta argument. You've got all these arguments of like, you know, oh, Democrat this and fucking Republican that and conservative this and liberal that. No, it's all nonsense. It's all a distraction. It's all a fabricated conflict with a its sole agenda is to distract you. I think, like, I ultimately think like Jesus and the Bible in a way, not in wholly and in its entirety, but I think Jesus and the Bible is very similar, where you're essentially taught that you can't fix your problems and that you need to essentially beg and be patient for somebody else to fix your problems. I personally think this is like irrational, weak, and pathetic. And I mean pathetic in both ways. Like, I mean pathetic as in pathos, as in it's like an emotional decision. And it's also pathetic as in like lacking in grace and dignity, you know?
Hi, my name is Ferdia, and I use
like,
the NDLS website to secure my first...
I don't care what you use, I don't care who you are, you look like a Jew with that hair. Yeah, like, all of our leaders are chosen by the WEF. Like, we don't choose shit. We get the illusion of choice. But, like, do you really think that they would actually allow the voting in a country to potentially affect their, like, you know, monopolies on things and shit, you know? There's no way, like, when a country drastically changes power, it's typically as a result of, like, you know, contracts are up, or somebody won't negotiate, or like when all them like Africans who like swarmed that embassy, was it last year or a few months ago? Like thousands of them. Like, that only happens once, like, you know, the government just decides to like actually collapse and leave. You know, like most of the stuff that you're told, if not like pretty much all of it, its sole purpose is to manipulate you emotionally, to get you to behave in a particular way. Very few people are genuinely interested in solutions and are actually telling the truth. Most people are grifting, or scamming, or manipulating with some sort of agenda. And it's fucking disgusting, but it is what it is, at least for the moment. Just see it as a challenge to overcome. Because trust me, you know, I'm the first person to turn around and be like, they should all be hanged. Like,
I fucking hate politicians. Can't stand them, like. Oh, where do I go? A dude was talking about the only election that matter are the tiny local ones, because then you can kind of control what happens in your life. Yeah. Owen Benjamin says the same thing. Like, I would agree with that, yeah. That, like, unless you actually live near the people and know the people that are actually interacting with the systems in your locality, then, like, you know, then there's a chance that your vote can make a difference. A chance. Depending on where you live, though, and who you're dealing with, it's still likely that they'll rig it, cheat. Something, like, you know. Hubby and I both vote to block each other's vote. That's hilarious. That's actually hilarious. Like, I like that attitude. It's like fuck it, just play with it, like, you know. The only way to not get enslaved by all this is to take back our awareness. Yeah, totally. Awareness of yourself and your own behaviors from an objective, as much as possible, objective perspective.
Watch this.
No, I'm not watching this.
Transformers.
Y'all help me. I still see two devil-like faces. Each has a devil claw in front of their face. Mino can't find no moose. How are you seeing? I'm trying so hard to see it. Oh fuck, I see it. Yeah, I can see it now. That's hilarious. What happens when I turn it upside down? Does it still look like a mole? Kinda, not really. Definitely looks like claws, though. Doesn't really look like a mole anymore now. Perhaps a beetle? Painting go! Go, 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 go. You see the faces now, yeah? It's hilarious. Yeah, I couldn't see it. Now I can see it, though. They're like this. They're like tilted up on an angle with like a hand in front of them. It's mad looking. Dude, play the freebase bit. It's in YouTube. Freebase? Like freebasing cocaine? Who's free? Like freebase what? What's going on? Commence the slow bob. You can't see the moose anymore. Hopefully, the more I work on it, it'll come back into view for you. Painting glue. Painting. Painting. Goo goo, goo goo, paint paint, sip sip, sip sip.
I will not free base cocaine. No, I will do a little tootin', okay? I'll do some tootin'. But I will not free base.
Comedy bit from the 70s, alright. Is it like just from the 70s, or like that? Is it from that 70s show? Painting goo. Painting goo.
All right, team, we've got less than 4 minutes before she gets.
Fuck your team!
Ye old Colombian marching powder. No, it's from round the Richard Pryor days, bro. It's epic funny shit. Stay away from the booger sugar. Oh, gross. Painting Google.
Oh, glorious. I love you all. I hope you all have enough spaghetti.
Might have pasta later.
Thank you, Emmanuel. I will not drink tequila. I will once or twice a year, okay? I'll smoke a little reefer. I'll toot a little bit. But freebase I will not do. As old as I am, never did drugs, pot a few times. It's hilarious, isn't it, how, like, pretty much everyone, like, especially when you look at politicians and stuff, like, everyone's like, yeah, I don't do drugs. Now, I smoked a little pot, but, like, like, almost every citizen, like, don't get me wrong, there's, like, some fucking gay Debbie Downers out there that are like, oh, the devil's lettuce and all that fucking shit, like, bunch of queers. Fucking,
Performance.
That's why I love some of the black comedians. It's like, even Joe Rogan back in the day was like, if you have any idea how much weed you'd have to smoke to, like, kill you, like you literally can't smoke enough weed to kill yourself. Like, alcohol, you can kill yourself, no problem. Cocaine, ecstasy, like, everything else, heroin, like, you know, like, you literally cannot, no matter how hard you try, smoke weed to the point of death. Like, and, like, it's not weed. Do you know what I mean? It's hemp or marijuana. You know, the ganja. Like, it has multiple uses, not just smoking it. It has amazing healing properties. It can, like, fix fucking Parkinson's and, like, all sorts of neurological and shit to do with your nervous system. Like, you can make clothes out of it. You can make rope. Like, you can make fabrics and linen and, like, you can make you can make a dense, hard material that's, like, similar to concrete, and they call it hempcrete. And, like, it's fire retardant. It doesn't rot. It's like, it still has an airflow to it. It's well insulated at the same time. Like, it's weird. It's like, it's hilarious. Like, George Washington had, like, fields and fields and fields of hemp. Like, it's all just a marketing thing. It's all just, like, it's all just some wanker doesn't want to lose money by somebody else competing with his market or some shit. It's always the same. It's always just some dickhead, usually a Jew, who has used the monetary system and people's sins to, like, monopolize the situation or to control the market in the situation or some shit like that. Like, and, like, that is why it's understandable why a lot of people hate the fucking Jews and why the Jews have been kicked out of all these countries and, like, cultures and all this shit. Like, but it's not just Jews. It's, like, the type of person to do such a thing. And it's not always a Jewish guy, you know. It's just very prevalent in the Jewish culture because of things like chutzpah and the ability to, like, make loopholes around God and the law and all that shit. Like, but every culture has it to a degree. It's sickening, though. It's like those, like, in my humble opinion, if I was in charge, like, the second you were fingered to be that, like, the second we had evidence that you were that type of person to behave in such a manner, if we didn't execute you immediately or banish you immediately, you would just be doing hard labor for the rest of your life. Which probably wouldn't be very long, considering the type of person to do such a thing generally isn't very well equipped in the physical areas.
This needs to be so much higher. Better. Still not there. Close enough. Right, I'm gonna leave his nose alone for the moment. There being that woman that had that one bitch that had a heart attack from a joint. Yeah, sure, okay, like whatever. Like, no, it's totally true. So you can't smoke yourself to smoke yourself to. It's like anytime somebody say, it reminds me of that, like that one time at band camp. It's just like, just shut up. Like, they've hit bong all night and hemorrhage. Well, like, don't get me wrong. If you're smoking that really like stuff that's laced, you know, or the marketed legal shit that like ironically enough, the legal stuff is actually way more dangerous. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like full of chemicals and stuff and all, like sprayed with all sorts of crap. Like, but if you were to just like grow a strain of weed, like, do you know, like, you're more likely to die from being hit by fucking lightning, like, you know. And I'm sure that you can smoke as much as you want is BS too. Well, yeah, you can't smoke as much as you want. You can smoke as much as you can smoke because everybody's different. But the idea that like marijuana or weed or whatever is held to even remotely the same kind of regard as a narcotic to the rest of them, like cocaine and fentanyl and like heroin and ecstasy and all this shit, is just mind-blowingly retarded. Because it's like I was saying, it's not just something that everybody could, just like you could grow a tomato or a potato in your garden or whatever like that, like, or a cabbage or strawberries or whatever. Like, you should be able to grow weed and make your own. Somebody has a paintful painting you. Glorious. You should be able to grow your own hemp, weed, whatever you want to call it, and you should be able to, you know, because you'd be able to make your own clothes, you'd be able to make your own rope, you'd be able to make your own material for structure building and stuff, like. So like, you'd literally be, from the one plant, you would be able to sustain yourself in various ways. And I'm telling you now, that's why it's illegal, is because it's one of those things that everybody, if they had access to, loads of markets that have been monopolized would like instantly disappear for loads of people. You'd be able to make your own health poultices that like have various effects, like skincare and, you know, like I said, getting rid of like neurological problems and all this fucking shit. Like, you can make all sorts of balms out of it. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy the shit you can do with that one thing. It's crazy the shit that you can do with most things. How many like varying effects and consequences that there are alchemically by like fucking with them in various ways. What happens if I burn it? What happens if I introduce it to water? What happens if I introduce it to like some kind of acid? Like, what happens if I leave it outside to rot? What happens if I ferment it? Like, all these different, every single material, every single like what would you call it? Like yeah, like just every single material has like multiple properties to it, like, you know. And they just have all these, like, over the years they've monopolized and consolidated everything into these, like, you know, supposedly easier to manage systems. But what they actually have done is like created a series of funnels and gates, you know, where they like filter people in and out depending on how much. It's all based on blackmail, essentially, like, of your sins, where it's like, we'll let you in if we have dirt on you, you know? And it doesn't really matter what kind of dirt, like, you know? The best kind of dirt they can have is sexual dirt, you know? Typically, like, you know, if you cheat on your wife or some shit like that, like, or if you like shagging little, you know, underage girls or something, like, do you know what I mean? Like, they're just like, oh yeah, we'll let you in. Why? Because they can control him. Because they can control him. Because they can control him. Like, it's fucking... Oh, it's disgusting. But, like, it is what it is.
Switching health insurance can be a pain.
Fuck insurance!
At Leia Healthcare,
Chris Rock said it best. It's just basically in case shit happens. Well, if nothing happens, shouldn't I get my money back? You know? Fuck insurance. Insurance is another scam. Pay us in case something happens. What? What if nothing happens because I'm not a retard and I look after myself? What if I'm cautious and, like, you know, paying attention in the moment and, like, make sure not to fuck myself up or randomly get caught by, like, a fucking... Do you know, like, people would be like, oh, well, you never know when you're just going to get into it. Like, you could just be sitting at the traffic lights and somebody could hit you. Well, it's like, typically if that happens, they're at fault. So why the fuck do you need insurance then, like, you know? But then that's where the fucking gravel is because, like, there's loads of these countries now and governments that are like, you know, you can't legally own a car and drive it on the road if it's not insured. That's fucking ridiculous. It's fucking stupid, like. But so is everything these days. It's just like the Irish government telling its people, it's like, you're not allowed cut and burn turf, but we're gonna import it and we'll burn it. Like, they are gaslighting populations to the point where the population literally wants to kill the people in control. But you can't kill the people in control because you'll just make the situation worse. And you also can't just kill the people in control because allowing yourself to be giving in to your primal desires for murderous vengeance, however righteous it may seem, only fucks you over even more. I'm sure the French thought they were the fucking shit when they were dragging people out of their houses and chopping their heads off and sticking them in baskets, like, you know. But nobody remembers that era. Like what did it do? Look at the French now, you know. The French are fucking fucked, you know. Just like loads of parts of Europe, like. So your Renaissance, your Vive la Révolution, it did fucking nothing, you retards. You gay, frog-eating retards. Cutting all the heads off of those fucking pompous, wig-wearing wankers did fucking nothing. You know? I grew a pot plant and it got so huge I was afraid of getting caught. Hubby smoked of it for 3 years. That's how it's done. Yeah, my love, I think you might need to smoke the weed. Yeah? Why? It's huge. I'm afraid of getting caught. Oh, that's brilliant. Painting. We used to have a co-worker that would drink a double coffee while smoking shatter on the way to work, smoke on every break, then did anabolic steroids and coke at night. Guy was a mess. Jesus Christ. My heart rate went up just reading that. Some people say you don't need an insurance if you know the law. Yeah, like, don't get me wrong, there is the whole sovereign citizen shit where, like, if you really know how to speak legalese and you know your rights and the constitution of the country you live in, like, it is an incredible amount of effort, though, just to be able to, like, you know, if something happens, you might be able to handle it a bit better or some shit like that. Like, studying all this fucking legalese bullshit, like, it's one of the reasons why I hate lawyers and all this shit. It's just, like, it's funny that somebody, like, it's not just me, like, loads of people like me exist. But, like, we live in an age where integrity and honor are rare. Like, how fucked up is that? Like, the people in control of systems that affect hundreds of millions of lives are typically drug addicted hypocrites. Like, That is absolutely insane. Beware of doctors and lawyers. Yeah, I don't trust doctors or lawyers. But having said that, you know, when shit does happen, like, you know, break your fucking arm or, you know, fall down the stairs, puncture a lung with a broken rib or some shit, like, you're gonna be really thankful that there's a thing called accident and emergency. You know, like, it is. It's a paradoxical situation to be in because, like, you're simultaneously reliant and dependent on a system that is in many ways trying to kill you. I was married to a French man once. How bad was it? I wouldn't know if it weren't for you, Emmanuel. That's hilarious. I'm not even gonna repeat that all caps one, Emmanuel. It's fucking, like, keep that, like, boy. Like, it's fucking just like, I care not for that information, Emmanuel. Oh, fuck. Okie dokie. Is he missing something? Was good for a while. Like, after a while you just get sick of the accent, like, you know. Oh, Margie, I love you. Like, yeah, whatever. You fucking baguette eating bitch. Oh, glorious. Oh, I forgot to. Somebody else paid for painting you. How dare I? Ah, Jorge Washington. Welcome to painting you. Love the goo. You're damn right we had fields of the stuff. Shit was lit. And I'd get in front of the fields, Martha would have a fat blunt waiting for me too. She was a hip lady. Check out a dollar bill, bro. Spooky shit on there. And it's green too. Domo. Jorge Washington Sama. for your patronage to Paintingu. It is a most appreciated. Right. Much work has been done on the nostrils of the Musa. I must dry this bitch. Fanfrex. Paint goo 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 goo. French people are actually like any other people on Earth. This is false. The French eat snails and frogs. Nobody else eats snails and frogs. They are abominations on this earth, and they smell like cheese. And I love cheese, but they smell like the wrong cheese. They smell like blue cheese. I only went. When did I go to France? Last year? Yeah, last summer. I went to visit Juju Leque at our beautiful property in Normandy, in France. And it was beautiful. Beach was beautiful. The people were really nice. Really polite. Very welcoming and talkative. Very patient, you know, because it was obvious that I didn't have good French. But I was trying. I tried. They appreciated it. Really nice people. But from what I've heard, it's like it's the same wherever you go. It's like just stay away from the cities. These days, just stay away from the cities. You're gonna find like the actual culture of a place, typically in the more rural areas. There is a bird that was dumb enough to trap itself in my wash bay all morning. Ugh. He hasn't realized both garage doors are open and he's perched on the pipes above an open door. So once in a while I hear random chirps. We still had to deploy troops in Iraq because we're NATO too, so it's all BS for nothing. Yeah, I know, it's... All the world is a stage, my friend. Like, look at the rhetoric and the current, like, the voting for in America, right? They're literally behaving as if this is like the election to end all elections. You know, they're literally going on like this election is the most important election, like, in human history. They're going on like, if you don't vote, the world's gonna fucking end and all. Like, all that'll happen if Kamala gets in is what should happen if a woman is in charge. The shit hits the fucking fan. And a lot of people die in the process of correcting that mistake. If Trump gets in, there probably won't be as much war. And like, I don't know, part of me wants Kamala to win. Like there is a part of me that's like an accelerationist, where I think sometimes it's better for things to get worse quicker, so that like you just get it over and done with. It's quite often like the more people, like one of the reasons the financial system, like not just globally but big style in the States as a result of the dollar, like the fact that the American dollar is the world reserve currency is like should tell you something. Like that tells you who's like essentially been in charge of everything at least in terms of trade, you know, like since the end of the Second World War or whatever. Like, it's fucking stupid. Like, the more you look at how reality actually, well, not how reality works, the more you look at like what has happened in our history, the more blatantly obvious it becomes that it's just like humans are insanely flawed. Insanely flawed. The notion that you have, like, you know, people with authority as a result of other people granting them that authority because they are like an excellent, proficient individual, like, you know, it's just gone completely out the window. Like, you know, like all the celebrities are gay, vapid. Not all of them, but like most of the celebrities are gay, vapid children, drug addicted psychopaths. Most of the people in charge of military and politics are the same. They're no better. Like, they're fucking demons. They may as well be demons. And they've chosen to be that way. And the majority of the population around the realm, seemingly, for like God knows how long, has chosen to be weak, dependent cowards. And it's disgusting. Like, I feel disgusted to be a part of the human race when that's what you look at, you know? It's a repulsive, pathetic state to claim that we're like, you know, oh, we're better than animals because we have bigger brains and all this fucking shit. Like, our technology, our science, and like, oh, we're so progressive in the philosophy. It's all just a fucking circle jerk of a bunch of wankers who were like, well, I'm the most intelligent, so you should all listen to me. Or, well, God spoke to me, so you should do what I say. Like, just... oh, God, like, it was just so fucking sick to my back teeth of, like, all of these professors and experts and politicians and influencers. Like, I just fucking... the amount of people, like, I would Pol Pot the fucking shit out of the... like, the history of, like, do you know how many people Mao, like, you know, communist China and Mao killed and all of it? It would pale in comparison to what I would do. If I got a hold of the reins, I would, like, it would be like a space marine crusade through the fucking, like, whole realm. Be like, are you gay? Are you gay? Are you gay? What do you claim to be? Or like, fucking, like, just this purging. Kill it with fire. And then make a lot of paint with the ashes, like, do you know what I mean? Like, I'd fucking just glass the place. Kidnap the women and children first, but then glass the place. I want Kamala to win so that the right-wingers get much deserved reality check. Like, yeah, like, part of me wants the Harris regime, the Biden regime, to win, and for it to look like they cheated or something, so that the right-wingers just fucking snap and start shooting at everyone, so that, like, the ball actually starts rolling. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, one of the reasons why modern society is so fucking frustrating and depressing is because it's the same shit over and over and over again. It's the same lies, the same insincerity, the same things that are just totally void of genuine, authentic human interaction. Like, Jimmy, it's just this fucking soul-sucking, mind-numbing, relentless, stupid, incompetent bullshit. Like, it's fucking so tired. Like, it's so tired and dead. And it's like, it's crazy that you can see it in most categories of people. Like, all these, like, subcategories of, you know, all these groups, these internet groups, and then, like, you know, all these different countries and cultures and communities and groups, like, are almost unanimously turning around and going, like, right, we're sick of the gay shit. We're sick of the, like, the globo homo shit. We're sick of the games being shit, the movies being shit, the music industry being shit. Like, why is it all shit? It doesn't have to be shit. Nobody is under the impression that life has to be this way. That, like, and if you are, I pity you. Do you know what I mean? Like, none of this has to be this way. And I've probably said this before, but one of the reasons why I'm so adamant about that is because the micro usually, like, parallels the macro in a fractal sense or whatever, like in the small scale versus the large scale kind of thing. Like, and in my life, I got to a point where I was like, things don't have to be this way, and I changed my behavior, and things were no longer that way. It's not that difficult. It's not easy, but it's not that difficult. It really fucking isn't. And to see most people just become a bunch of blubbering, weeping, moaning, bitching cowards who have no fucking abilities, no fucking ambition, no fucking sense, no logic. It's disgusting. You people should be ashamed of yourselves. To be so low, to choose to be so low, to choose to be victims. Have you no shame?
Ah, Dick Fordu, welcome to Japu.
Welcome to Paintingu. Socialism always leads to a form of communism, and communism always leads to millions of people dying. Yeah, like, I'll never forget, the first time I ever heard that quote was in Jurassic Park 3, I think. Where he's like, some of the worst things imaginable in human history were done with the best of intentions. Oh, we're just trying to help. I've heard that's a Jewish thing as well. Is it the Torah or the Talmud or something? The idea of the world is broken, like, and it needs healing. You need to heal the world. Like, we live in a fallen world and we need to fix it and all this shit. Like, the fucking level of arrogance in some of these people is mind-blowing.
Oh, gross.
Get a carbon tax. A tax on life. That's what that is. We need a carbon tax. You mean you're just gonna tax life? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, in the wake of the recent natural disasters, Appalachia looks like it will pop off at any moment due to the government's disregard for their lives. Appalachia is a region, a mountainous region of the southern states. There you go, Demon Hunter Bear answered your question. It's the Appalachian Mountains and stuff like that. Like, they're real, like, you know, well, howdy do. Well, I think I could be wrong. Like, you know, it's that southern, like, you know, well, hello. Like, it's, you know, kind, like, I think the Appalachians is like where, if you've ever seen The Hills Have Eyes kind of thing, it's like real rural, real old school, real like wild Americans, but like most of them are like, you know, fucking just normal people, you know, like most places. But then you do have like the niche kind of like dudes cooking meth in the middle of a fucking forest or some shit like that, with like the red trucker hat and the dungarees with no t-shirt on, like, do you know what I mean, like chewing a bit of weed, like. I'm on disability, prices keep going up, but not my disability payments. I know, it's crazy. See, that's the thing, is like, that's what really sucks for all the old people right now, is from what I've heard, they're like deliberately shutting down old folks' homes, which is why there's an uptick in old people committing crimes, because they just need somewhere to live. Because like it's crazy. It's crazy. The whole idea that like the family needs to separate and live on its own is crazy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you should live with your parents. You should live with your grandparents. You should live with your brothers and sisters and shit. Like, you know what I mean? And everybody should have their own plot of land. That is the way it should be. There's more than enough room for everyone. Like, the realm, as far as I could tell, in a sense, is limitless. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I know people are like, you know, if you believe science, then and NASA and all that shit, then like outer space is like potentially, you know, the potential to colonize outer space, and ridiculous, utterly ridiculous in my opinion. And then you get the other side, which is like the Earth is flat and there's a ring of ice. Like, you know, like calling it flat, also retarded. The Earth is not flat. That's fucking retarded. I much prefer the term level. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like, it's just obvious that it's level. There's a balance. Do you know what I mean? Like water always finding its level is another thing. It's like, you know, the idea that we're hurtling through a void that has like an insane amount of a vacuum that could like they say the vacuum is strong enough to like rip lead apart and shit. Like, they also say that like outer space is like 200 degrees Celsius and like minus 200 degrees Celsius at the same time. And like if you have a vacuum that can rip lead apart, how is it not sucking all the atmosphere off of the planet as the planet attempts to travel? Like, the fact that you try to describe a seemingly limitless vacuum and then tell me that you can have a rock in that vacuum hurtling through the vacuum, but also has a perfect like orbit alignment set up with like the way they describe our solar system moving through the universe, or moving through the galaxy, which moves through the universe. Like, the whole thing is utterly nonsensical. Now that my frontal lobe is actually finished fucking, you know, forming and shit, and actually look at this stuff with an objective mind, like, the whole narrative of space and the way they fuck it, like, it's actually one of the most insane things I've ever heard. It's like, I think convincing most of the people in the West that's like, well, not just the West, but like, I think convincing most of the people in the realm that science fiction is reality is one of the greatest tricks in the last, like, you know, 100 years or whatever. Like, you know, like, we live on a ball that's hurtling through a void that has gravity but is surrounded by an insanely powerful vacuum, and like, we managed to have gas with a gradient of a container. Like, and the fact that the moon, like, well, it might not be the moon, but like, it's just fucking the sun is like million. Like, anytime these cunts say that something is like a billion anything, they're lying. Typically, if they say that it's like, oh, it's billions of years ago, or it's billions of miles away, it's like, they're lying. They're fucking lying. You breathed for €1,200 this month. Yeah, like, I wouldn't be surprised if we see something like that one day. You know, there'll be a government that tries to impose an oxygen tax or something like. Have you any idea how much room you're taking up? Like, the gaslighting of that is insane. To tell people that they're, like, you know, there isn't enough room, there isn't enough resources, like, you know, oh, we're gonna run out of oil. Meanwhile, there's a hole in Russia that's been fucking constantly on fire for, like, decades. Oh, we're running out of oil. Well, how come that hasn't, like, poofed out? Like, do you know what I mean? It's like, the amount of blatant, shameless lying that they do deserve to die for. I don't know that for a fact. I can't make that claim. But, like, it really fucking, like, I'm not going to say feels, because, like, you know, it's just like, oh, I feel like they should die. That's a stupid argument. It's not an argument. Like, to think that someone could get away with such mass deception and manipulation, like, it's the deception. The deception is the part that gets me, like, do you know what I mean? Because, like, for someone to deceive someone else for the purpose of X, like, do you know what I mean? It's like, if you deceive 10 people, and the result of that deception is they all of their cancer gets healed or something like that, then you could argue that that's a, like, you know, a fucking benevolent thing to do, even though you lied to them, like, you know. But if you deceive people and they die, or they get sick, or, like, they murder someone, like, do you know what I mean? Like you have all these, like, fucking, like, we need to go to the fucking, you know, bring democracy to the Middle East, like, and you deceive American men into going over. And don't get me wrong, some of them aren't deceived. Some of them, like, I'm gonna go shoot me some towel heads. Like, I get it. Do you know what I mean? Like, there is a section of the pie chart of people. It's like that, like, you deserve whatever the fuck happens to you because you have made really bad choices. But then there's the other, like, there's the other portion of the population that is literally trying to just be good and live good and well and be good, true and beautiful, and, like, just trying to be prosperous and peaceful and all this fucking shit. And if anything, those are the people that get the worst fucking they get dealt the worst hand on purpose. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're, like, constantly poking the bear to get you to bite so that they can lock you in a cage. So, like, because the second you bite, they turn around to everyone else and they're like, oh, look at him, look at how violent he is, look at how vicious he is, look at how unrelentingly primal and uncontrollable. It's like, what, you mean the fucking bear that you've been poking the shit out of for the past 6 months? That's what you're on about? Like, you're surprised that thing's tried to tear your head off? You gaslighting freak. It's fucking insane. Lying is a form of theft. Yeah, because you're, like, stealing, you're stealing somebody's sense of reality, even, like, you're, like, trust is currency. Trust is, like, so fucking important, like. And, like, when you're talking about somebody like me, like, you know, like, I'm not one of the worst examples, but, like, it's up there psychologically, where, like, when a parent not only deceives you, but, like, and betrays your trust, but does it in a really, like, humiliating and selfish and, like, apathetic and fucking like, disgusting way. Shouldn't be, like, it's just, like, forget about the fucking government. Like, the people closest to you, do you know what I mean? Like, et tu, Brute? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, the people that you think, like, like, that's in the Bible. Jesus was looking at the 12 dudes. Like, there's 12 guys he trusts. There's 12 of them. It's not a lot, you know? Like, and he's like, one of you will betray me. So, like, you're talking about the guy who is supposedly the son of the divine creator. He heals people, you know, like, fucking performs miracles, like, it imparts knowledge, like, all this shit. And not only do they beat the fuck out of him and crucify him and curse him into oblivion and, like, all this shit, call him a demon, a heretic, a blasphemer, a fucking, all this fucking shit. Like, the people he trusts, the people closest to him, one of them betrays him, and he knew it would happen. So what does that tell you? Like, that's why I do really like the Jesus story, because it's an excellent user manual for life, where it's like, it does not matter how blatantly obvious. The truth is, people will use their free will to not see it, even if they don't think they're actually using their free will, because that's what the whole victim shit. The devil made me do it. No, he did not. You weak, pathetic fuck. The devil didn't make you do shit. The devil didn't make you eat all the junk food. The devil didn't make you fuck the fat girl. The devil didn't make you fucking cheat on your wife. The devil didn't make you gamble all your life savings away. The devil didn't make you do a fucking thing. You did it. You did it. And the fact that you can't take responsibility for your own actions, yet you call yourself a person, an adult. Grown fucking men and women with careers and mortgages and children. Fucking bunch of hypocrites. Theft is a crime. I'm sure it is. A billion equals once upon a time. Yeah, exactly. Magnetism, it's all frequencies and vibrations. Have you been watching Owen Benjamin? When's his special coming out? Is it the 7th or something? It's not today, is it? Is it the 9th? I can't remember. Need to make sure I have money in the account to be able to buy it. Very Punjabi. Oh, glorious. Yeah, like, Orunk, what do you think would be the next world currency? Imagine if it was yen. The 11th. I've come to realize that the biggest problem anywhere in the world is that people's perceptions of reality are compulsively filtered through the screening mesh of what they want. Yeah. And do not want to be true. Travis Walton. Yeah. What you want is, in the first instance of thought or any like action or whatever potential action, what you want is ultimately irrelevant. What needs to happen is what is relevant. When what needs to happen happens, you can then think about what you want. Like, even if what you want is to, like what I do here. Like, what I want to do is make people laugh. I want to create beautiful, cute, awesome stuff. I want to make things. I want to, like, you know, inspire people. I want to help people. I want to, like, make people realize that they're not alone, that they can laugh about things, that they have somewhere to go to, like very, very similar to, like, I want to do the same thing that, like, Owen has done for me, essentially, you know. I want to do the same thing, like, open a gate and be like, come on in, you can do it here, like, you know. Come, children, you're safe under my wing, like, kind of thing. Not really, though, like, you know. I don't think I'd make a good leader. I'd make a funny king, but not a great one. Maybe, I don't know, like, I have a intense reluctance to be responsible for somebody else's life.
Introducing Ireland's cheapest dual
Introducing you to the skip button, you fucking heretic. I think most people are thinking about their self and to hell with everyone else. Yeah, I mean, like, that's definitely true. I mean, the majority of people, like, you have the whole, like, I gotta get mine attitude, like, you know. Get your money, boo-boo. Yeah, at what cost? You know? It is, like, most people, like, most, not well, yeah, I would posit most people these days don't even understand the concept of like honor, dignity, and integrity. Like, do you know what I mean? Like they literally, they're like, huh? What's that? Like, which is fucking insane. Like. Like, that's the thing I don't understand, actually, is, like, how come I'm different? How come we're different? Because you guys seem to agree with a lot of what I say. Do you know what I mean? And it's not like I'm alone. I'm part of a community full of people like me, you know? So, like, what the fuck happened to us that didn't happen to all those other people? You know? Like, how the fuck did we all watched the same movies. We all listened to the same music. We all existed in the same fucking, like, paradigm, like, do you know what I mean? So why is it that, like, I'm able to go, that's bullshit, he's lying, she's a cunt, and be right, you know? And be right about it, like, you know? Whereas, like, all of them are like, oh, just give me the slop. I want to spend, like, $180 on OnlyFans, like, do you know, like, what the fuck are you doing? It's just so intensely disturbing sometimes, like some of the trends that are going on the internet are fucking mind-blowingly degenerate. Guys pimping out their supposed girlfriend, brothers pimping out their sisters, to 13-year-olds on TikTok, being like, if you hit the like button, I'll shake my moo-moos. What the fuck? Like, somebody get me a fucking Flammenwerfer now, like. Oh god, like, you just want to be Zeus, like, up in the clouds being like, that one. Just mill a fucking lightning bolt at the cunt, like. How funny would it be if people just randomly started getting fucking, like, just the wrath of God started just, like, taking people out, like. Just like a fucking scorching divine column of light. Just like, bah! Just vaporized instantly, like. It was all over the news for months, like, do you know what I mean? Like, people are still being randomly, like, you know, there would be people being like, oh, they're being abducted by aliens. There'd be people being like, oh, it's the deep state fucking, like, you know, experimenting with energy weapons. And the whole time, it's actually just God being like, I've had enough of this shit. You're gone, you're gone, you're gone, you're gone. This is gonna take me a while. You're gone, you're gone, you're gone. Ugh. Oh no, I already read that one. Respect flew out the window, yeah. As far as I've heard, vapes are definitely worse than tobacco because people have been smoking since, like, before Egyptian times or some shit, like, you know. And we know a lot more about, like, the effects of nicotine and tobacco and stuff like that. And it's actually the stuff that they put in commercial nicotine and tobacco and stuff that is really dangerous for you. Just nicotine and tobacco is actually not that bad, like, you know. The stuff the chemicals they're putting in all the vape shit, in the short space of time that vapes have come out, there has been insane repercussions in terms of health. Vapes is better until proven otherwise. Orunk, they've already proven that it's, like, really bad, like. Like, your lungs can inhale other like, your lungs can process moisture, gas, like, all sorts of shit. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I say moisture because it's not like they can process, like, liquids. Like, do you know what I mean? If you have water on your lungs, it's, like, really bad. Like, that's not, like, pneumonia shit, like, you know? But, it, like, your lungs are not just for oxygen. Like, they can process other shit. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to smoke at all. Like, you know, you would just take one puff and, like, die or some shit. Like, you know, the smoking of the lungs, there's completely different particulates involved. There's a big difference between smoke and vapor. They are two different things. So, in my humble opinion, from what I have seen, vaping is worse than smoking because it has a moisture content and it has a liquid medium origin, which from what I've heard causes like fungal growths and stuff in your lungs and fucking all sorts of like weird shit to go on, you know. So from what I've heard, vaping is far worse.
Hello. Spotted our mate
But having said that,
Johnny.
smoking, you know,
Highlighting all our healthy
40 a day,
options.
John Player or some shit like that is not healthy, you know. But everybody knows this. The ground opens up a fissure and the whole lot of them drop into the abyss. Yeah, but then you have the logistical error of like, you know, some people that don't deserve it would get swallowed up. That's why I think you would have to be the whole fucking just like God Ray thing, because then you could be pinpoint accurate. You could literally hit someone in like a line of people waiting to go into a shop or some shit. You could hit them individually, like, you know. You open a fissure, you need to be like that would be a lot more difficult to be accurate with. Unless it literally was just like a god portal, like in the like just like black hole and they fall and then instantly close. But even then you run the risk of someone like in that moment accidentally like, you know, going in like, I'm talking just like instantaneous like beep, you know, like just delete, just hitting the delete button on them like in a fraction of a second, just like bah. Kind of like remember War of the Worlds where they just get turned to dust and like the only thing left is their clothes and shit. That would be hilarious if all the material possessions were left behind, like you just like bah. Like, that'd be fucking brilliant. Oh, he smoked camels. Ugh. Some harsh shit. The wrath is becoming more frequent but selective, it seems. The George Floyd monument years back, then last year, an open and affirming church. Those are the only recent ones I know of thus far. Paintingu. Paintingu. I've smoked since I was 8 years old and I have never inhaled. How does that work? Painting. Painting. Goo 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 goo. It's the glycol and sugar and preservative content of the vape. My sister-in-law is part of a research group studying the long-term effects of vaping that I popcorn lung. Oh, that sounds bad. Popcorn lung. Ugh. Just like loads of fatty tumours growing on the inside of your lungs. My throat catches it all. Ugh. I think I stole the first cig off my dad at 8 too. Jesus, I didn't start smoking until I was like 16 or 17, and like up until that point, I was like really critical of my family members that smoked. Like, such a little hypocrite back then.
So we're gonna talk about.
And it's like that thing where like you like I just didn't care anymore. You know, be careful when you stop caring. If you stop caring, like it's fucking it starts to go down real quick. Like, you're supposed to care. I think that's what we were built for. I think humans were made as caretakers of this realm, and I think we've done very poorly. And I think somebody's very angry with us, and might be coming back soon. Could be wrong. It's just my intuition.
Paintingu. 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 Bardargo.
Oh shit. Okay.
Paintingu.
What time's Owen on today? It's like 6 or 7 my time. Probably 8 my time.
Paintingu. Paintingu.
Ah, god damn it. Where's Telegram on this fucking thing? Apart from the occasional ad, this turned out to be not bad. 12:30 today. Is that 8 o'clock my time? Or is it 6 o'clock my time? Can't remember. Bought your first pack at 12 or so? How did you even manage that? Like, was it like legal back then or some shit? Or were you like, did you just look old enough, like? My brother told me to take a puff, then holler, Mama, Margie is smoking. What a little dickhead. It's 11:45 a.m. here. Where are you, Margie? It's 5:45 p.m. here. It might be 6:30 that he's on. Yeah? Well, yeah, I'm nearly on it. 3 hours now. Anyway, I was only going to do 2. Can I have a pack of cigarettes from my dad? Did the trick? Oh my god! Imagine. See, that's what that is one of the reasons why we lost our high trust society. Is shit like that. 3:30 for me. You're 5 hours ahead of me. 12:30 would be 3:30 for me because you're 3 hours ahead of him. And I'm 5 hours ahead of you, which puts him 8 hours behind me. So yeah, 6:30? Was it 6:30 or 8:30? Man, I hate the time differences. It's hilarious. They annoy the fuck out of me. I don't have my phone. I could just check it on the fucking PEINTEINGU. What's his PST, isn't it? Pacific Standard Time. Yeah, PST. So $8 o'clock. Yeah, I had a feeling it was 8. Yeah, so it's 8:30. He's on for 8:30 for me. Oh, excuse me. Anyone could buy cigarettes. They were machines you put money in and get cigarettes, like Coke machines. Yeah, I remember seeing those things. Yeah, some of the old school tech is really so collectible. Like arcade machines for guys that like games. Like, I'd love some. I've always wanted a 1960s or 70s fridge, one of the old retro American fridges. They're like really big and like really robust and well built and shit. Like, and then brightly colored and stuff. Like, just not only do I love the aesthetic, but I love the fact that like when Americans used to make things, they made them big and heavy and like solid that lasted like decades. I love that shit. Like, that's how you're supposed to make stuff. You're supposed to make something with the idea in mind that it's going to be around for like generations. My dad kept several cartons of cigarettes in his closet. My brother would get a pack out of the back of one, like Dad would never find out. That's hilarious. Like any smoker would know immediately. There's some smokers out there that would know the second they pick the pack up. They're like, it's light. Somebody's been smoking my fags. There's like... Where did I put that bitch? Oh, there she is. What do you think? Will we keep working on it, or is Marvin here ready to go? I think it's sharp and mean looking. Part of me does want to give it a bit more work. Make some places a bit blacker. What are we doing now? Gary the Goose. I'm trying to think, like, would you do it like head on? Or would it be better to do a goose, like, you know, the wings symmetrical, but then get an S curve going in the head or something? I don't know. We'll figure it out. But Gary the Goose is the next objective. I suppose, yeah, this needs to be brightened. This isn't bright enough. Yes, it does need a little bit of work, yes. Indeed. Agreed. When I was very young, my parents had a fridge, and it was called Icebox because people would deliver ice to us for it. Not electric. Oh, no way. That's hilarious. Pure old school, like. Paint goo 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 goo. Painting goo goo goo. Painting goo goo goo. Painting goo goo goo. Goo goo goo. Goo 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 goo. Painting goo goo. Painting goo.
Painting goo. Painting goo. Painting goo. Make every part of the Musa nice and sharper. Make it look like it was cut with katana. Brown. I was a faithful watcher of Supernatural. Entertaining show. Entertaining show. I didn't watch all of it, but entertaining show. It was good. Dialogue between the brothers. Some cool biblical shit. Don't get me wrong, it still suffers from that, like, you know, mid 2000s era, like, fuck it, like. I liked Charmed when I was really young. And so did my mother. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So like Supernatural is on the same line of like, it's like pretty shit acting, like most of the time. Like, but it's like it's popcorn entertainment or background entertainment. Like, you know, for me personally, anyway. I know there's like hardcore fans of Supernatural and shit, especially hardcore fans of Buffy and stuff. I met one of them. Lunatic. Really nice woman. Lunatic. But yeah, they're like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Supernatural, like Angel, Charmed. To me, they are the Starship Troopers of TV shows. They're like so shit they're good, you kind of think, like. This is my humble opinion. Okay. Right, my beloved Japanites, and all you other filthy mortals. I hope you have enjoyed today's Paintingu. Marvin, the Metter Moose, is not quite finished, but we are nearly there. His fearsome, angry attitude has been revered. Some refinement is needed, but that is for next Monday. Tomorrow, we return to Angira, where some mischievous monkeys have employed the herb of a shark to assault poor Steven Seeger as a kaiju crab and snake fight in mortal combat on the sandy beach. So, we shall return to that tomorrow. to complete it. In the meantime, my beloved Japanites, and all you other filthy mortals, if you have enjoyed Paintingu, consider paying for Paintingu, if you have any honor. If you don't, simply liking, subscribing, and sharing Paintingu shall suffice for the moment. I shall return tomorrow, same timer, same placer, same high-octane Paintingu energy. You've never watched paint dry like this before, and you know it to be true. In the meantime, be good, be true, and be beautiful. And I shall see you soon. Sayonara!